and things escalate very quickly.
Or did Floyd get on FaceTime with me?
I don't know how it went.
No, I'm just
I don't
kidding.
know how it
Yeah,
went.
he was calling for me. He was calling for me everywhere, saying, where's Bill? Where's Bill? Putting up a missing thing that I was missing or something.
Bill, is me and your ultimate goal is to help our kids go to the next level, or is our ultimate goal is for us to go against each other? You tell me.
I don't know. I mean, are you helping your kids? I don't know. You know what? You can see my work. You can see my work. You see what I do. You dig? You come up in there with that slow drag talking about that 50 under the lights. Nigga, fuck the lights, nigga, and that 50
Bill Haney recently shared recordings from a phone conversation with Floyd Mayweather, revealing that Floyd personally contacted him and reached out asking for assistance during a difficult situation.
You called for me.
Yeah. So I need to know. I called you I've been reaching out to you to let you know. I ain't never had nothing against you. When did me and you go wrong? When did me and you start having beef?
I don't know. I don't know how much do we have a beef.
But if you need some help, Floyd, I'm in the streets. And you the one that went missing.
Bill Haney initially uploaded a video making fun of Floyd Mayweather after reports concerning bankruptcy issues and fraud allegations began circulating online. He also discussed Floyd reportedly leaving the country because of the growing controversies tied to his name. Bill later released another video directly challenging Floyd, urging him to stop staying hidden and confront the problems connected to him.
Where you at, Floyd? Because I went on Fight Hype and you wasn't there. I checked my DMs, you wasn't there. Somebody called and told me 50 was looking.
Bill Haney first hinted at the situation through a series of social media posts, explaining that life is about more than simply wasting money and that people should focus on helping others instead. He stated that houses, luxury cars, and expensive diamonds ultimately mean very little and that real value comes from the impact a person leaves on other people's lives. Shortly afterward, he shared another message saying, "Remember tomorrow as you live today." One follower asked him to explain the cryptic posts and reveal what was actually happening. Bill responded by saying, "PB. I just thought to remind everyone of that." Due to his long relationship with Floyd Mayweather, Bill often refers to him as PB, short for Pretty Boy, the nickname Floyd used earlier in his boxing career.
PB then went missing, and did Fight Hype go to missing too? At Fight Hype. At Fight. Let's see. At Fight.
You for bitches. You brought the money up.
I said what we can do for our kids. I said what we can do for our kids.
Bill, I said the same thing.
Was
Bill,
I riding the
once
Rolls Royce before my son? Was I riding the Rolls Royce before my son?
Bill, I want to let you know something.
Nigga, knock it off, man. Don't nobody.
Listen.
I'm not gonna.
Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather have known each other for decades, long before Devin Haney ever stepped into the boxing world. That close bond still appears evident today. Because of that history together, Floyd reportedly felt comfortable reaching out to Bill for assistance rather than turning to other respected figures in boxing. During the conversation, Floyd allegedly requested a substantial loan, claiming federal agents had frozen his bank accounts in the United States and left him unable to access his money. The revelation surprised many people, especially following reports that Homeland Security agents had searched his property while looking for him and possible evidence connected to criminal investigations.
Fight Hype. Where you at, Fight Hype? Where you at, Fight Hype? Look like Fight Hype then went out of business. Or are they in Dubai?
Bill, we not even on here talking about no money, Bill. Bill, we not even on here talking about no money. This ain't even about no money. This
You brought the money up.
Who did?
You did.
You brought the money up. You talking about what
Federal agents reportedly discovered jewelry, fake documents, and other questionable items during the search, but Floyd Mayweather had already left the country before it happened. In an effort to pressure him into returning, authorities allegedly froze all of his bank accounts, preventing him from accessing his funds. During the phone call, Floyd reportedly showed Bill Haney screenshots and messages as evidence that his accounts had been restricted. He explained that bank officials informed him he would not regain access to his money until he returned to the United States and resolved the issues involving federal investigators. Floyd then allegedly requested a multi-million-dollar loan, explaining that he needed financial support while staying overseas with a group of 8 people who relied on him.
Are they messing with Floyd? Well, they showed up on the scene with Floyd. Did they go messing with him? Where's Hype? Where's Fight Hype at? Can we get a join? Because I don't know. Is Fight Hype missing Floyd like we missing?
Floyd Mayweather also reportedly discussed arranging yacht trips and private meeting locations ahead of time while assuring Bill Haney that he would repay the loan after returning to the United States. What made the situation even more surprising was that the previous time they had spoken, nearly a year earlier, Floyd had actually been the one offering assistance to Bill. Despite that history, Bill later appeared on Floyd's Instagram Live and openly mocked him, repeatedly criticizing and trolling him throughout the broadcast. The tension between Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather Jr. had been building for years, as several previous situations had already placed both men on opposite sides of public disagreements.
What time it is with me, man, and I'm gonna keep
What
pushing
time
this
is it with
family
you?
line, man.
What
Welcome to
time?
the family.
Tell me.
It's the Haney business, and listen, it's gonna keep on continuing.
You need some help? You need some help with your son?
Have I ever needed your help for anything?
You need some
Have I
help with your
ever-
son?
Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather had been at odds for a long time, with almost every interaction between them turning into conflict except for a direct face-to-face confrontation. That moment finally arrived during an Instagram Live session. Although there was still visible tension between the former allies, their honest and occasionally heated 10-minute discussion seemed to relieve some of the pressure. During the exchange, they debated several topics, including Mayweather's undefeated boxing record, claims that Devin Haney had once gotten the better of Floyd during sparring, the ongoing issues involving Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney, and even Floyd's parenting. Bill Haney, who serves as Devin Haney's father, trainer, and manager, was clearly frustrated after Devin suffered a shocking majority decision defeat to Ryan Garcia at Brooklyn's Barclays Center, where Garcia knocked him down with left hooks in the 7th, 10th, and 11th rounds.
Campaign. Everybody needs. Listen, my son needs me today, tomorrow, and every day.
And guess what?
So does George.
If he need me, I'm gonna be there.
Devin Haney spent years training at the Mayweather Boxing Club in Las Vegas and was once closely mentored by Floyd Mayweather before eventually deciding to create his own path in the sport. Around that same period, Mayweather focused heavily on promoting the undefeated Gervonta "Tank" Davis, who competed in a similar age group and weight division as Devin. Since then, Bill Haney has repeatedly criticized Floyd, accusing him of failing to do enough for struggling people in Las Vegas, while also arguing that Devin achieved more by the age of 25 than Floyd Mayweather had accomplished at the same stage of his own career.
Devin, I helped him. Devin, guess what? It was all total love. Period.
It don't sound like that.
It was. It was off love. Period.
It don't
And
sound
you
like
know
that.
And, but you know that. You know that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Now,
I don't think so, people.
Now you got my number. Call me direct so we can talk on the phone.
Bill Haney referred to Floyd Mayweather as PB, a reference to his longtime nickname Pretty Boy, highlighting how long their relationship goes back. The conversation quickly became tense when Bill opened with insults, saying he viewed Floyd as someone who often made little sense. He also questioned Floyd's perfect 50-0 professional record and repeated claims that Devin Haney had once beaten Floyd during sparring sessions. Floyd, known for his sharp responses and confidence during verbal exchanges, answered calmly but firmly. He stated that if Devin was undefeated inside the gym, then that was fine, but true success happens under the bright lights of professional competition. Floyd then turned the question back to Bill, asking directly what his own record was under those same real fight conditions.
About nothing. I didn't lie about anything. And me being a guy that came out of the streets to being a parent, to being a guy that's legitimate, that's not doing any crime in the streets, right? But actually going on live to tell.
Bill Haney then moved the discussion away from boxing and asked Floyd a deeper question, saying, "But listen, what's your record in life?" Mayweather responded by pointing toward his accomplishments inside the ring, explaining that his success in boxing is also part of his life record. He confidently stated, "My record in life is undefeated." Bill, however, completely dismissed the boxing comparison. He explained that he wasn't interested in sports talk and instead brought up his own reputation outside the ring, claiming, "I'm 50-0 on these streets. I've got love in these streets. Forget your boxing 50-0. That doesn't mean anything to me."
I keep my ear connected to the street and I'm sympathetic to to everything that my people continue to go through every day in the streets, and him to manipulate it, to misinform the people as if I'm sensationalized.
Bill Haney has consistently minimized the importance of professional boxing records, even after Devin's recent defeat, speaking as though the loss changed nothing for them. Since that setback, he has remained outspoken, continuing to focus on his belief that life is about both victories and defeats. Although many people have criticized his comments as irritating and disrespectful, he has not changed his stance. During the video chat, Floyd Mayweather even asked him, "You need some help?" while referring to the recent situation surrounding Haney. Bill responded by saying that Floyd had actually been the one needing support the other night, and he emphasized that if Devin ever required help, Floyd would be there without hesitation. He concluded by saying any support he provides Devin comes from genuine and unconditional love.
To the people, make people feel like that you are some superpower and God has only blessed you and only blessed you in a way that everyone else is not. And that is not the message that I wanted to give. He put me on there as if I was supposed.
Although the conversation eventually ended on a lighter note, with both men laughing and Mayweather suggesting they continue speaking privately, things had been tense earlier in the call. Bill Haney explained that he disliked Mayweather's reaction to claims that Devin Haney had once gotten the better of him during sparring. Mayweather responded in a joking yet pointed manner, congratulating Bill on having a son who remained undefeated in the gym while also referencing Devin's loss to Ryan Garcia and reminding him of his own undefeated professional record. He repeated his familiar line by asking, "What's my record under the lights?" Bill responded that Mayweather's 50-0 boxing record meant nothing to him in the streets, insisting that street reputation carried greater value from his perspective.
And we had just came out of an event like that Devin has helped change the trajectory of the Haney family and the way we look at everything, from education to finances to, you know what I mean, the time that we're able to spend with each other, our spiritual side. I mean, the Haneys are awake, and a big part of it is Devin Haney. And for him to come in and think that he was going to get some...
Even though very few people speak to Mayweather in that way, he remained on the call and continued the discussion. He asked Bill Haney why he felt so strongly wronged by him while pointing to his own accomplishments, including victories over fighters such as Manny Pacquiao, Miguel Cotto, and Juan Manuel Marquez, along with his involvement in some of the biggest pay-per-view events in boxing history. Bill responded by arguing that Mayweather should do more for people in the community, claiming that without helping the streets he could not be considered a true legend. This came after Bill had previously criticized Floyd online for allegedly not contributing financially to a mutual friend's funeral. Mayweather replied that he takes pride in leaving street life behind, explaining that his father's struggles motivated him to choose a different path. The discussion then became more personal when Bill made comments regarding Mayweather's children being seen in street environments.
After your infamous meeting at the AKA Players Club, better known as Girl Collection, you had a public slander campaign against me. But don't worry, I'm focused. And I'm focused on, Floyd, what happened to your security? I mean, it looks like now you picked up a guy standing in front of the gas station, another guy at the car wash, one more guy at McDonald's.
Mayweather responded by saying that once children reach a certain age, they begin making their own decisions, and if they refuse to listen, parents sometimes have no choice but to step back. Bill Haney replied that he was still looking out for the Mayweather family and suggested that money alone is not always enough to properly support children, while also claiming he had helped them before. Mayweather answered that grown children have their own independence and pointed out that he has supported Devin Haney in the past and would continue doing so if necessary, adding that appreciation is often lacking. He then attempted to redirect the discussion by asking Bill what the real objective was moving forward, whether it was helping their children reach greater heights or continuing to fuel conflict between the two families.
Yeah. Floyd was right. We still in the street. And we flipping birds.
A little later in the conversation, Bill Haney stated, "I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you. You know what time it is." Floyd Mayweather then offered support for Devin Haney and suggested they continue talking during a private follow-up call. Bill jokingly replied no, and both men eventually laughed, easing some of the tension between them. Following the call, People noted that Bill had previously made comments that sounded like warnings about Floyd eventually needing help. With Floyd now reportedly reaching out for support, some observers felt the situation reflected those earlier remarks. At the same time, Bill Haney has stated that he is not surprised by Floyd's current issues because of their long and complicated history together.
Yeah, we flipping birds. You see, we still flipping birds. Little birdie told me that you might need some help.
When reports began spreading about Floyd Mayweather's alleged bankruptcy and claims that he had disappeared, Bill Haney posted a video addressing the situation on social media. In that video, he not only criticized Floyd but also called out Fight Hype, saying they were closely connected to Floyd and had even been on a call with him when they once invited Bill to participate. Because of that relationship, Bill argued that Fight Hype should know exactly where Floyd was located. He later mocked the platform during an Instagram live session, jokingly asking whether Fight Hype was missing as well. During the broadcast, he said, "Hey, Fight Hype. Before I get in the car, I'm in the garage looking for Fight Hype so I can make sure they're not missing."
All the tape, but he wasn't interested in seeing them stop it, right? So do people really want to see it, or are we just playing?
How did he stop? Accumulation, or he dropped it? Like, I don't know, how did that be stopped?
No mas. Made him quit. In the doghouse, that's the only way you're going to have sparring. Doghouse rules. How you going to win some money if one don't stop? What do we have, some judges or something?
Devin Haney and his father Bill both responded strongly toward Floyd Mayweather, taking turns publicly criticizing him. In a viral social media post, Devin accused Floyd of being jealous for years, explaining that he had remained silent out of respect but now viewed Floyd as someone who did not want others to succeed unless he was involved. He also alleged that Floyd shared sparring footage with Ryan Garcia and influenced comments surrounding that situation, calling Floyd a bitter old man who attempted to interfere with the fight while saying he was glad Floyd's behavior had finally been exposed. Bill Haney also joined the criticism publicly, sharing his own complaints about Floyd amid the ongoing tension between them.
And Devin said, it wasn't close.
It was a one-sided situation that I said it was 6 rounds and it was 6-0. And someone had asked me, was that what things that are monumental in your career and things that you noticed that Devin has made that leap? And I was open and honest that Floyd Mayweather gave us an opportunity to share the ring, something that he hasn't did with Gervonta, something that he hasn't did with Adrian Broner.
Bill Haney insisted that Floyd Mayweather's efforts would not change anything, arguing that even the sparring footage would fail to prove what Floyd wanted it to prove. He claimed Devin Haney was operating on an entirely different level and suggested Floyd had realized he could no longer compete with active elite fighters, adding that Devin represented a changing of the guard. According to Bill, a new era has already begun with Devin Haney helping lead the sport while Mayweather continues holding on to past achievements. He concluded by declaring that the Mayweather era is finished and that it is now the Devin Haney era.